guys. So yeah, this story is about the time that I put a I basically put a dildo on the front of my mum's car windshield, and yeah, she wasn't too happy, let me just say that. It was kind of a prank. So yeah, if you do go ahead and enjoy this story, please don't forget to leave a like, comment down below and subscribe. And yeah guys, let's just jump straight into this, and I hope that you enjoy. Okay guys, so this story did actually take place at like the end of 2017, and I had this one friend who was like my best friend at the time. I've probably spoke about him like that in every single story that includes a friend, because he was in most of my like stories. He was there for like most of the experiences. I'm not really friends with him anymore. I haven't seen him in quite some time, so a catch up is definitely due, but yeah, after school we just split and it was a bit weird. So anyways, me and him would always go to the Tesco at night, or we'd go to the shop next to it and just grab some snacks, you know, chill on the way down, chill on the way up, and then just, you know, I'd either go to his for a bit, come to mine, or we'd just go in and, you know, do whatever until we go to bed. Normally just play Xbox and then, you know, meet in the morning to go to school. So what I can remember is, right, it was a Friday night, and me and him decided to go to the Tesco at like 8 PM. So, you know, we end up meeting up. I meet him at the bottom of like his street on the corner, and he literally just lived like, he even lives there now. It's like a minute walk. So I met him on the corner, you know, we just choofing on the way to the Tesco, and we go down this one alley. So, you know, we're walking down the alley, and then we walk down like this little back street where there is like houses and stuff, but it's next to like a allotments where they, you know, have like fruit and vegetables and they grow that type of stuff. So, you know, we go past like this club once we've crossed the road, and in front of us on the floor, because we're messing around and we're just like, you know, we're basically just prattling around with each other. On the floor we see, well, I end up seeing a purple one of these, you know, I'm not going to mention it, but you know what I mean. So there's a purple one of these just chilling on the floor, and I'm like, bro, look at this. And he's like, nah bro, what are you kicking it for? And I'm like, no, I'm just joking. So, you know, we was playing around. I'm not gonna say. We was playing around with this for like 5 minutes, yeah. And I literally come up with a genius idea to pick this up and put it on the front of someone's window. I wasn't actually planning to put it on my mum's car window. I was planning to just put it on a randomer's car, on the bonnet, on the top of the roof, just anywhere on the car. So, you know what happens is, right, I'm like, bro, I'm gonna put this on someone's window, and he's like, bro, like, you're gonna touch that? And I was like, no bro, I've got a plan. So, you know how I said we was heading to the Tesco? I was like to him, bro, we're gonna go to the Tesco, I'm gonna get a plastic bag, I'm gonna put the bag inside out, and I'm gonna pick this up, and then I'm gonna carry it. So, you know what I do? I end up, you know, kicking this like thing into like the leaves. I cover it, and we just carry on walking. So, you know, we walk down like this little back alley, and we go past the Camel's Hump. It's basically like a hump, yeah. I don't know why they call it the Camel's Hump, but it does kind of look like one, so that's probably why. But it's like a hump, and he's made it of like bricks. So we walk past there, we walk through a little alley, open the green gate, go across the road, walk, you know, down past people's houses, because it's like a little small area and there's like narrow alleys and things. So we go through that and we just head to the Tesco. So I get to the Tesco, and the first thing I do is when I get to the Tesco is I go and buy a plastic bag for 5p, yeah. So I buy this bag and I'm literally just carrying it, and when I bought it, the woman just gave me some dodgy look, like, what are you doing? Like, what are you buying a bag? And I was just like, nah, whatever. Like, she gave me that look, so I just continued, and I grabbed a drink, I grabbed a crate of Capri Suns, I grabbed some chocolate, and I met my friend outside because he'd already been done. So, you know, we end up heading back to where I hid this, and I have this plastic bag in my pocket. end up like busting out, or you just get scared. So that was me in this situation. So I get pestering my friend. I was like, bro, please, can you just put it on? Literally just like grab the tip of it, put it like sticking up, either like in between the window and the bonnet, and just leave it there. And he was like, no man, I'm not getting involved, like I'm not getting in trouble for you, like nah, like someone would go mad if like, bro, do you know how crazy I would go, you were saying? And I was like, man, just do it. And he was like, no, I'm not doing it. And he ended up walking off from me. So he's walking towards this alley now to go back through, and then towards that area. So I caught up with him, and I'm like, bro, we're just gonna put it on my mum's car. And he was like, bro, nah, like you can't do that, like you can't do that to your mum. And I was like, man, I'm just gonna do it. And he's like, oh flipping, I've got to see this. So we end up walking down the alley, we cross the road, and we go into like a little area, like block. I end up walking round towards my house. So my mum's car is parked outside of the house, and there is me with a plastic bag and a purple one of these in, literally just fiddling around trying to get it out to put it like perfect. So at the time, the weather wasn't too bad, right? So there was a lot of dead grass around, and I'm gonna get onto that in a minute. So I end up eventually grabbing the tip and getting it all into position, and I stick it facing up in between the window and wedged in the bonnet a bit, so it looked like it was sticking out of the bonnet, if you get what I mean, like in between that like gap where the window ends and then where the bonnet starts. So I stick it in there, and it kept falling over. So I was like, damn. So I wedge it right in, I wedge it right down, and my friend is full on just creasing, but we can't be too late because my mum might hear, So I end up turning round, and at like the side of like my garden, there is a bit of like a broken wall next to a conifer tree, and it's like a massive hole, and there's not anything there, just like a bunch of dead grass from where my mum would cut the grass and put like the grass there. So there was like kind of this, you could say, I don't know, tumbleweed. It looked a bit like tumbleweed, it did look a bit like tumbleweed. So I grabbed this dead grass, and I'm like, man, watch this. So I put it round like where this stomach would be, and I do like a little snail trail up the window, and I basically use it as pubes. So I do this. Fast forward, my friend's like, bro, I'm going in. Let me know your mum's reaction in the morning. If she ever asks you about it, just tell me. And I was like, yeah man, I will. You coming out tomorrow, right? And he was like, yeah man, I'll be out tomorrow, definitely. So yeah, I end up going in. I go on Xbox and invite my friend, and we're in a party now. So I jump on Xbox, I invite my friend to a party, and we literally just vibe out the whole night, fully just laughing, and I'm literally just coming up with like scenarios of how my mum could basically just tell me, and I'm just thinking of like, is she gonna be mad, like what's her reaction gonna be? And my friend's like, bro, I'm off to bed. So we stayed on for like 2 or 3 hours. My friend goes to bed, I end up going to bed. So I wake up, and I literally look out the window to see if it's still on the car, and it was gone. It was fully gone, right? So my mum normally gets up early, and I got up at like 12. She gets up at like 9. So I'm like, damn, she must have saw it. So I go downstairs, and she's looking mad. Like, her face does not look happy at all. So I'm like, mum, are you okay? Is everything good? And she's like, And she doesn't answer me, and I'm like, mum, seriously, is everything okay? Like, good morning, like, are you good? And she's like, do you know, never mind. And I was like, mum, you can tell me, And she's like, well, I literally went out to the car to go to the shop this morning, and there is a purple, I don't even want to say it, let me just show you. And I'm like, what? So she ends up going, out into like the side entrance where like the bin and that is, and she flicks it up, and she's like, Isaac, look in there, and she shines her phone torch. I'm like, what is that? And she's like, Isaac, it's a dick. And I'm like, no way, like what's happened with that? And she's like, well, I went out, as I said, shop this morning, I am confronted with this in my front window. I felt attacked. Bro, this was all meant to be a prank, yeah. She said she was very upset. She thought someone was trying to like fully attack her or something, or it was something along the lines of that. It was weird how she explained it, but yeah, she was like, "You haven't got anything to do with this, have you?" And I was like, "No, Mum." She's like, "Isaac, seriously, tell me, because I'm generally worried." So, you know, I ended up thinking about it, and I was making my breakfast at this point, and my mum's just taking the bins out, and she's like, "Well, if you change your mind, you know, well, if you want to talk, tell me, because I'm not in the best mood, you know, I don't feel good, like, this is not right." So I sat there, and I did kind of feel a bit guilty, so I ended up telling her. I was like, "Mum, I done it, it was meant to be a prank." And she's just like, "Oh my god, like, why would you even do that to me?" And I was like, "Mum, it was just meant to be a prank, like, you know, I thought you would laugh." And she's like, "Well, I did laugh a bit, not, you know, straight away. I was shocked, and I felt, you know, like I was being attacked." And she kept saying that, and I was like, "What do you mean attacked?" And she's like, "Just, it didn't feel good, you know, it felt like someone was trying to play games with me, and it was a bit weird." But I was like, "Yeah, it was meant to be a prank." And she's like, "Oh, Isaac, you can't be doing that to me. You fully got me in panic mode. Like, I was full on just not feeling good." And I was like, "Mum, I'm very sorry." And she's like, "What's done is done. Just don't ever do that again, okay?" And I was like, "Well, okay, Mum, I'm not gonna." But that was it. And, you know, when I told her, she felt more comfortable, and, you know, that, like, relief of, like, panic or whatever she was saying was gone. So yeah, that was it. But that was the time I pranked my mom with a but after that, all that happened is I told my friend, he started bursting out laughing. And at the time, you know, I did actually have a picture of it, because I took a picture after doing it, but I ended up deleting it. But yeah, thank you for watching today, guys. I hope you could have a bit of a giggle with this story. If you have any similar stories, which I hope you really don't, if you have any stories like that, comment them down below. Subscribe if you are new, turn on bell notifications on, and I'll see all of you beautiful people tomorrow. And this is Isaac signing out.